Hi. I'm really stressed, but really excited.
I leave in a few days, and this is the mess I'm dealing with. Quite a lot. But it's very exciting. I just gotta make sure I take everything with me that I need, because it's kind of like that thing when you leave on a trip and you think you forgot something, but like on a whole new level. I've gone through and dug out a bunch of the old Around the World flight stuff, and it's been quite fun to reminisce. Got the old flight bag out. Got my VHF, got my Garmin InReach, so I'm going to be running the tracking on here again like I always do, but I'm going to also put a tracking page on the Otavi website so you guys can follow along. Iridium Go. I don't know if this is still like the latest tech for voice satellite communication, so I might change that up. Yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff in here. This is the coolest thing ever. I know it's super simple, but Sportys sells this, and it's a scale, but also a flashlight, and it's just so ridiculously useful. I've had this for like 5-6 years now. And then my survival stuff on the side here. Like, I don't know if you guys ever want me to go through this and kind of give you guys the rundown, but that's what it is. The old box, this thing flew around the world with me first time around. There's a bunch of gear and tools in there, and highly optimized, if you will. Old blankie. This blankie's been through a lot with me, so it's coming with again. Got a second Lightspeed Zulu 3. Flew around the world the first time with them, and they're just the best in the game for comfort and sound quality. So got another one here, and then 2 more coming to South Africa, so every seat will have one. Skydiving gear, obviously. And then a bunch of Otavis, so I'm taking that many with because I want to do like treasure hunts around the world. So I'm going to hide them places, and then I'm going to tell you guys where they are, like give clues at least, and whoever gets it first gets to keep it. Rotax bag, that's going to be like the main gear bag, camera gear, and just my normal suitcases, and then a big camera gear bag. And that's pretty much it. This is my studio, by the way, for those of you who don't know. Also, very exciting, Garmin hooked me up with a worldwide subscription of Garmin Pilot. So I have coverage everywhere now, and since I'm heading to South Africa, I'm going to be able to use Garmin Pilot there now, which is super exciting. When you go logbook, all the old flights come up from 2017. And what's the most exciting one is in Australia. For those of you who watched the documentary, you'll know about this. And the breadcrumbs are still here. So you can see where it happened. Right there. That was the turn. That was when I hit it. That was the turn out. And then straight to intercept the approach for Alice Springs. But yeah, that was nuts. So yeah, it's super nice, like these digital logbooks. It's really nice to have it all, everything logged here. So I'm gonna get this up to date with all my current stuff, and then we'll be able to keep logging on here. But I'm a huge Garmin Pilot fan. I love the interface, the way that it works with, it's just the same interface across all Garmin products. So workflow wise, just the best. And then devices, being able to share straight to the G3X panel that I'm going to have. This is going to just be amazing. Got some new frames in the works for Otavi. That's top secret. You guys aren't supposed to see that yet.
It just doesn't quite feel real yet. Like, I'm very anxious, very excited. It's sort of this just absolute roller coaster, and that's usually how I know that I'm sort of on the brink of a massive adventure. When things are just sort of, it's this sort of weird dance of emotions constantly, and so I am packing. I'm heading to Canada first. I need to do a flight review and my medical, because I haven't been there in that long, so I need to just make sure that license up to scratch, because my South African validation is on my Canadian. I've been updating patrons over the last year pretty much, but I really haven't told you guys. So basically what's happening is I'm doing a factory assist build at the Sling factory in South Africa, and all the parts and everything that I've been sourcing have been sent there, and then we're gonna just hustle to get this airplane built and get it done in time for Oshkosh. So I'm gonna fly to Oshkosh as part of the round the world flight, but that's going to be the first major milestone is to have it on display at Oshkosh, which is very exciting, and there's so much happening. And I'm going to be at the factory full time for probably 3 months building the airplane, but on weekends, and I'll be taking the sort of occasional break, I'll have access to the demo airplanes from the factory. So we'll be able to go explore. You know, we got the whole Southern Africa to explore. So it'll be just a fun mix of building my dream airplane and this platform that'll allow me to literally explore the world and you know, do all these things that I want to be doing, but then also just go on adventure and actually do a little bit of that, which is very exciting. I'm just really excited about this next chapter of my life. And even though things are really heavy right now, and you know, I've definitely been sitting contemplating whether to continue, you know, we just have to. We got to keep doing what we're doing. So we're going to go have a great adventure, and we're going to go have the time of our lives, and I'm going to share all of this with you guys. And I'm very grateful for so many sort of components and to this story, to this sort of odyssey that are playing into, you know, into it becoming a reality. And so, yeah, it actually started feeling way more real when I placed the order for the engine. Then it was like, okay, this is now, you know, there's an engine on its way. Rotax 915, brand new in the crate. Like, this is real now. I just really need to share this with you guys because it's actually really, really cool. It's for aviation, this is so different and revolutionary. When you order your Rotax, it's literally like online shopping. You're shopping. You're picking what you need. So obviously the Highwing runs the 915. You click it. You choose what certification standard you want or voltage. So they offer the 24 volt system now, which is really exciting. And we need the Type 3 gearbox because I've got the constant speed. I'm going to be running a constant speed prop. And then when the configurator loads, you can customize your engine based on what you need. You've got a full, just incredible view of your actual engine. And then, you know, based on what I need, like I'm going to go with the tractor setup. Fittings, so for the fittings, Sling does UNF fittings. We just need the 12 volt system. Fuel pump, of course. Water hoses, silicon. If you're not going silicon, what are you doing? Standard oil tank, you don't need bigger. And then just whatever you need for your airplane, you just set intercooler, turbocharger brackets, all these things as you need. And then you just click that button, you put in your details, and they'll get back to you with the order confirmation, and you've ordered yourself an engine. It is just unlike anything I've ever experienced. Pretty cool, right? Like, you're literally just online shopping for an aviation engine. And then working on the paint scheme, you know, like really starting to sort of put that all together is nuts. Like, it makes it all more substantial, you know. I'm working with Evoke Aircraft Design, who are just the best in the business, and we had a long talk. The whole call is over on Patreon. If you're interested in really seeing the process of us developing that paint scheme, you know, it's exciting. And yeah, I'm gonna share every part of this. That was my biggest regret for the first round the world flight, was that, you know, I wasn't sharing everything. But this time around, I'm going to. The whole nature of this trip is different this time around. There's no real deadlines. Like, yes, Oshkosh is sort of a deadline, but if anything comes up that means I have to compromise safety or anything to get there, then we leave the airplane where it is and we fly commercially. So from a pressure standpoint, I don't feel any of that anymore. And I'm actually also, I haven't spoken to you guys in so long. I'm doing a video podcast series on Patreon, which just literally talks about the last round of the world flight. And what I'm basically doing is I'm going back and watching Louis' old vlogs through, and I'm giving commentary to expand on the story. And the main reason I'm doing that is I'm writing a book. The working title for the book is A Wall of Storms. And it's been so long that I'm kind of trying to build a timeline of what happened. So I'm doing this video podcast series where I really delve quite deep into it. It's really, like, you guys have been loving it. That really makes me feel sort of really heard about, because so much happened. It was crazy. But it's also a really good reminder for me, like, going into this on like what to avoid, how to do things differently this time around. And I'm really going to use that as a tool to sort of keep myself on track. I'm going to be vulnerable, right? Like I'm going to share the ups and downs. I'm going to share the technical side of it. I'm going to share it all, and I'm going to be as sort of candor as I can with you guys throughout, because I want that. I want that for myself. I need it for myself because I have to enjoy this. This is like the dream. This is, so few people get to do this, you know? Like so few people get to actually live their dream and get a second chance at it. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna absolutely nail it. On the note of the paint scheme, we're sort of incorporating the patron names on the wings. If you're a patron, then just make sure that you let us know, because that's sort of starting to get baked in. There'll always be room to add more, but the more we can get initially, the better. There's gonna be a world map on the wing. I got an incredible GoPro system going, so it'll be all sorts of hands-free, and it's just gonna be a really exciting thing, and yeah. I don't know what else to say really. It's a crazy time. A lot is happening. The momentum of my life is about to like completely change. You know, it's been a very different 8 months for me, like extremely different. But I feel so healthy. I feel so centered. I feel strong. I feel excited about life, and that's new for me. Like I feel very excited about the future. And so we're gonna ride this wave, right? Like we're gonna extract every little ounce out of it that we can, and we're gonna go have the time of our lives. And I'm very grateful for this opportunity. I'm very grateful for this experience. Not much more to say, I guess. I'll see you guys soon.